I think that every second you spend on your phone or on some sort of technology or in some way like jamming inputs into your brain, jamming information in your brain is making you dumber. Like I genuinely think that your brain is so powerful, and when your brain is like well slept, there's nothing going in there. You're not scrolling, you're not stimulating yourself with a ton of dopamine on your phone. If it's just like your brain, if you just leave your brain alone, okay, and be bored, like literally be doing nothing, those are when I get the greatest insights. Like if I spend, I wake up like 7 a.m. If I, go on a walk, don't touch my phone. Sit down, do some like reflection, meditation on how I'm going to spend my day, don't touch my phone. Then I start working, then I get some black coffee, still not touching my phone. My brain feels like I could take over the fucking world. But there are other times, mid afternoon, where it's just like I can't get off of TikTok. And like my brain like starts doing something and it just falls asleep and I think it's all due to like the obviously like this sounds like some kind of novel insight. It's not, but it's just something like I'm really trying to optimize the way my brain works, because when I get into these creative flows, I can communicate better, I'm more optimistic, I see things through a different lens. Quite frankly, I'm just less emotional, I'm just there, I'm fully there. My brain is only thinking about one thing. I'm dialed. Like that's the best way to put it. And I just think this is so important for entrepreneurs, because it's like your whole job pretty much as the owner of a company is to like architect the vision and work on the highest leverage task in the business, that like the problem that only you can solve. Okay? But the thing is, there's a billion other problems that are happening in your business, right? So if you let all that stuff just get into your brain, you're not going to be clear to execute on the given problem or think bigger. Like legit, I just came up with some crazy insights for my business that I'm going to talk about in my next video, that I came to these conclusions by literally just like sitting at my desk, no computer, and just drawing on a piece of paper. Like I spent like the first 2 hours of my day the other day just writing on a piece of paper. No phone, no computer, just black coffee and my brain. And it's so tricky to do this nowadays because like you're just constantly being hit with stuff. Like my phone blows up every morning. And right now I'm making this video because I just got caught in like 30 minutes of like texting people back and forth. And it's like, fuck, like I know that I now just permanently for the rest of my day limited my brain power. That sounds dramatic. It's so true. It's so true. It's like the second you start going on your phone in the morning and the second you start having conversation, like the second anything goes in your brain that isn't already there, like that's when things start to like you just progressively like it's a downward slope of productivity and how your brain functions from there. Like genuinely, like I've experienced this, and I'm really trying to get good. Like I've done a ton of things in the past month or two to really like limit the amount of wasted time, like setting screen time limits on my phone, avoiding Instagram because I don't need to go on Instagram because I don't need to post on Instagram anymore. So like I still have the apps, but they're limited to like 5 or 10 minutes. And of course, like I'll break that throughout the day, but it's a nice reminder. Like I'm not spending hours on it anymore. I think I've looked at the data, it's cut my screen time in like half, my wasted screen time. Implementing walks after I eat, like just breaking loops, I guess, of input, right? Because if you're if you're constantly jamming stuff in your brain, like I kind of said, like there's stuff that's already in there that just needs to like, you need to give it the space to come out. And if you're always giving yourself new information and new things, it's like you're never going to get that like ultimate brain power. Like I genuinely believe that there's your brain, like most people never experience the full cognitive function that they have access to. Like they could achieve it, but oh no, they're underslept, or they went out drinking last night, or they eat like shit, or they wake up and they go on their phone, or they wake up and they hit their vape, and they're just jamming their body with all these artificial senses of dopamine. And they never get to that place. They never get there. But like it's almost like a surreal experience. Like I can tell my brain's operating at peak function, and it's like I want to do everything in my power to not lose this. And I'm trying to like architect this in my day-to-day life, so I always have this happen. So building in certain routines and stuff like that, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Like, it's so obvious, but like so many people don't do it because it's hard. It's hard. It's never been harder. Like today, in today's day and age, it's like you're supposed to not have that. You're not supposed to have the full function of your brain. Like, if you think about how most people spend their mornings, it's absurd. They wake up, first thing they do is check their phone. Then they, brush their teeth, whatever, and then they make coffee. By the way, caffeine doesn't even work on your body for the first, 60 to 90 minutes that you're awake. So there's no point. You're drinking coffee for no reason. Straight placebo. Your body can't even, process the caffeine. So they do that, boom, dopamine, unnecessary. It's going to cause them to crash later in the day, etc. They do that right away. They watch TV. They go on their phone. They check the news. Fuck you if you're checking the news in the morning. That's mean. But it's like, dude, how to ruin your day 101. Jam all of the world's most negative inputs into your brain before you even start working. You just be thinking about, oh damn, people are dying in other countries. Oh no, we're gonna run out of oil. Fuck. What do you don't have control over that, bro. But you do have control over your brain. Like when you're in the driving seat of your brain and your cognition, the day is just so much better. Like you're in a better mood. You move through things with a certain level of confidence. You can articulate your thoughts better. And I just noticed that the second I start going on my phone or the second I start jamming any other type of input into my brain that isn't already there, like I said, we're trying to create space for what you already have in your brain, my day just goes downhill. My cognitive function goes downhill. My dopamine goes down. I'm less alert. I'm, start to stare off into space and stuff. I don't know. I just think that this is so important if you want to live a productive day-to-day life because I'm pretty good at this. I typically don't go on any social media till noon, 11, 12. But the thing is I track what I do every day. I have lists of exact time blocks of oh, okay, from 5:18 to 8:29 p.m. yesterday, I was at the gym. That's a long gym session. I drive 50 minutes back and forth from the gym, but whatever. I know exactly what I do, right? So I've seen these patterns in my day-to-day life of okay, if I go on my phone at 10:18 a.m. and I check social media, that the rest of that day is then semi-derailed. It's not completely derailed because I don't believe in letting one thing ruin your entire day. But the productivity goes down. I'll have more of those spurts throughout the day. So it's the quicker I allow myself to go on my phone and check social media, there will be more blocks of my day where I've checked social media. Because I rewarded that behavior earlier in the day. But how about instead of going on social media, maybe you need a break from working. You can't get any more inputs in, right? Of inputs of work. I know I'm using the term input a lot. And you're damn, I just need a break. Go on your phone? No, go on a fucking walk and reflect on the work you just did. And then you come back, and not only has your brain concretely recognized what you just did, process it, now you did not jam any more other inputs in your brain from going on your phone or something like that. You're still equally as fresh. So whatever, I say all this to say, this is a 9-minute video of talking about how you shouldn't go on your phone in the morning. You should honestly stay off your phone as much as possible. And the more that you go on your phone, the dumber you get. Your brain, there's probably I personally notice there's such a variance between when I'm operating in my absolute highest cognitive level versus when I'm not. It's not even a tight gap. It's miles apart. There are times when I do all these things properly and my brain feels like a superpower. And then there are times when, oh shit, I go on my phone too early. I miss my morning walk. I drink coffee too early. I start crashing. I eat shit in the middle of the day. And then it all piles down. It's damn, my brain feels like mush. And yeah, it's it's your most valuable tool as an entrepreneur. Your brain is your most valuable tool. So I think it's something that's smart to think about. It's like, how do I get myself into this state where I'm at this top level, because I know it's so different. Like, I'm a whole different person when I'm up here, when I'm down here. So it's like, how do you intentionally form that on a day in and day out basis? And that's what I'm coming here to talk about. These are kind of just the things that I'm doing to achieve that, and why I think it's beneficial. And I guess kind of a reminder to myself to sort of, because think about this, me recording this video, this is just coming out of my brain. There's no other inputs going in right now. This is just straight from my thought. So this is me reflecting on the fact that, okay, my brain feels pretty good right now. It's about middle. It's not perfect. I haven't gone on social media or anything like that. I did answer some texts like kind of all morning, but it's like, it's in a good spot. But it could be better if I just didn't put anything in my brain. So it's something I'm thinking a lot about and trying to be very intentional with, because like I said, I know the difference of when my brain's at its peak versus when it's not. So I encourage you to, reflect on your habits. Like, what are the things that make you feel good? Because I guarantee you've probably experienced this too. Like, you probably know that, oh man, like there are times where I feel like I'm so smart and so productive. There are other times where I'm not. Well, it's like, yeah, because you did different things. It's like every outcome in your life, it doesn't just happen for some random reason. It's like there's a reason you feel that way. So think about it, dude, because cognition is like everything. Like, there's nothing that makes me feel better than when my brain's fully fucking pumping, bro. And it's just like boom, 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 boom. That's something. Hell yeah. Like, I want to feel like that all the time. So, don't take your brain for granted. Keep track of your habits, and yeah, you'll feel like a superhuman. Stop going on your phone in the morning. It sucks. It ruins your day. Let's get rid of phones, 2026. No more. We're gonna move to an island and just work all day. I don't know what I'm saying. This video's done. Jesus.